Hello, Leo. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting October 27th, 2025. Leo, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. Appreciate you. The decks I'm using will be listed in the description box. And yes, I said decks because I'll be using two decks here. Trying to do something different in terms of these readings here to break up my own monotony. Just going to cleanse the energies here from doing cancers, messages for the week, and we're about to see what is coming up for Leo, what's in store for Leo. Give me all the messages here for Leo. What can Leo expect? Yes, all the messages here for Leo. I'm not reading any reversals if I didn't say that before. Oh, and by the way, Leo, happy Halloween. I just realized, well, before I began doing the videos for the week for everyone, and I normally don't do 12 signs all at one time. I usually break them up, because energetically it's just draining. But because I hadn't had an opportunity, this is like the first full weekend off for me since I started my actually went back to work and started my, career. Well, not started my career, just went back to work. So I wanted to at least enjoy. So yesterday, Saturday, I didn't feel like, pulling out the cards just to do at least, knock out six of the energies here. So, but it is football day, and I like to watch football, so I'm up here early trying to get these messages out here to you guys so that I can just sit back and relax and enjoy football all day long and get ready for the work week. Okay, so this is the second deck that I'm going to be using in terms of your reading and your messages, Leo. These are more or less like an oracle deck here, but, as I always say when I use oracle decks, or any deck really, tarot deck, if the messages are useful to you, take it on. If it works for you, if not, just leave it alone. All right, give me all the messages here in this oracle deck for Leo. It's a very slippery deck. All right, so let's cut, and then we're going to begin your messages. Okay, Leo, we're going to start with the first card in energy for you. So some of my lines that I'm reading for will be finding themselves somewhat busy this week. This is one of my busy bees, right? So the Nine of Wands is coming in to give you energy assist to take care of those things, Leo, that you need to take care of, whether or not it's on your plate. Okay, or not. Okay, all right, so the card that's going to be on top of that from the other deck is, in this deck here, Leo, they list all the zodiac signs, but it's nothing really bad in terms of messaging. Basically, they just, list the good traits and as well as the bad traits and the compatibility. So Sagittarius is the zodiac sign that was pulled for you, so it's either Leo who could have Sagittarius in their birth chart. They could be having Sagittarius as friends, romantic partners, could be family members, could be co-workers. In any event, the Sagittarius birthday energy starts November 22nd to December 21st. The good traits of Sagittarius is very adventurous, free-spirited, outgoing, bold, idealistic, investigative. The bad traits of Sagittarius is overconfident, dogmatic, outspoken, blunt, impatient, and careless. Compatibilities of Sagittarius is Leo, Aries, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Wow. Okay. Card up next here for you is the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is overthinking too much, Leo, about a situation, person, or event. So oftentimes this is usually having to deal with unresolved conflicting energies, whether it's from your recent, current, or distant past, seeking some sort of relief through any means of prescription medications, right? For anxiety, depression, or non-prescription medication when it involves drinking, smoking, or whatever it is that you use to relieve the pressures that you may feel or be under. So yeah, overthinking. This is a card of deceit. This is a card of definitely betrayals. Okay, feeling ashamed about something, someone shaming you about something. Could be physical abuse, verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. All of that is pretty nasty. So if this is the type of energy that some of you are experiencing this week, then, my caution and advisement to you is just to work on these energies to reduce conflicting energies as much as possible. If it is not something that you may be experiencing, then you may be connected to someone who is, dealing with some sort of barriers or blockages. And I usually assign that to someone that you may know personally who is incarcerated behind bars. All right, so I normally throw a clarifier on the Nine of Swords. I don't really throw clarifiers on. I'm starting to get away from throwing clarifiers on the Three of Swords as well as I don't do Eight of Swords at all. But let's see, why did the Nine of Swords show up here? This is usually indicative of having to deal with some sort of suffering in silence. Oftentimes the suffering in silence is, no one's, around you who may be aware of what you may be dealing with because you're keeping it all in. Okay, trying to deal with it the best way that you can. Okay, but why did the Nine of Swords show up here for Leo? What is the reason why? This is about excessive fears, worries, suspicion, doubts, trust. Okay. And it's the Two of Wands. Two of Wands here just simply represents what you're waiting for, okay? So it could be that you're waiting in a nominal sense, that you're just waiting to resolve whatever it is that you're conflicted about. Maybe the fears or the doubts or the suspicions could also be attached to what you may be waiting for. Maybe you're waiting, that's building up your anxiety for a relationship. Could be romantic. Maybe you're waiting for like a new job or a career change or something like that. Because usually the Two of Wands is about stagnant, delayed energies. It's my timing card. So, waiting for something for 2 days or 2 week period of time. And so it could be part of that Nine of Swords energy here for you. So I feel that it's something that you may have been waiting for to make some sort of difference or a change. All right. And just keep in mind that whatever I come up with is not something that's set in stone. It's just what I'm attaching to what I feel could be what some of you may be dealing with, if you are dealing with it at all. Okay. Something. And then, of course, he's facing towards his past. So, it's, definitely could be something related to what you've been waiting for, have been waiting for, to your past. All right, so on top of the Nine of Swords here, from the other deck is Fame, okay? This here says the state of being known or talked about by many people, especially on account of notable achievements, stardom, popularity, as well as greatness. So that would sit on the Nine of Swords. Okay. Still would make a difference. It would be a separate energy to read. All right, I'm not making any types of connections with that Fame card, with the Two of Wands or the Nine of. This is just additional messages. Oftentimes I will make a correlation, but not in this instance here. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so next card up here for you. My oldest brother just texted me. The King of Wands here. The King of Wands here is definitely you, Leo. It's what you're focused on. Very passionate, very high degree of intensity. So whatever it is that you're focused on, you usually go after that energy. Now, this, for some of you, could be a relationship. This could be, involving the great intensity involving your work. Could be a project. Okay, he's a core card. So again, when it comes to any types of expressions, you're uninhibited. You don't have any restrictions or limitations. Okay, so that's the King of Wands. King of Wands can also send in a burst of energy to any Leo that I'm reading for that is creative. Okay, but it doesn't necessarily stop at creativity. It could be a relationship. It could be a project. All right, so on top of the King of Wands here, It's gold digger, okay? A person who seek a relationship with someone who is rich to get expensive things. This person's a parasite. They're a leech, a sponge. They're also an exploiter and also a self-server. Do you know anybody like that, Leo? Okay, there you go, a gold digger. Following the gold digger, now we have the major arcana of the moon. Excuse me, the moon is revelation, secrets coming to the forefront, things that are, that become illuminated for you, Leo, things that were hidden, that were you were not privy to before. Likes and crushes also could be coming forward. There's some sort of element here related to some sort of emotional changes as well. Now, it might be for some Leos that I'm reading for tied to the Nine of Swords, may not be, but there is some sort of emotional change or depth that's going to be experienced here. Keeping in mind that you have to be careful of the moon. You always want to strike a balance when it comes to your emotions, because this moon is very fluid, can send your emotions up real high, can send your emotions down real low. Okay. Again, cycle of energy leaving you, a new cycle about to approach you. Okay. Secrets become revealed. On top of the major arcana of the moon card, now we have Aries. Aries, another sign that shows up. Birthday energy is March 21st to April 19th. This could be connected to any Leo that I'm reading for that is in a relationship with an Aries, or could be a family member, could be a friend, could be a child, whatever. Good traits of Aries is very confident, energetic, independent. They are risk takers, strong-willed. The bad traits of Aries involves aggressive, bullying, rude, antagonist, could be selfish, very impulsive, and very pushy. Compatibility to Aries, the signs are Sagittarius, Leo, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, just like Sagittarius. All right, so following that, we have the major arcana Temperance. Temperance comes in here to restore peace, restore balance. Whenever she has her foot in the water, I always think that somebody's going to have a foot massage, or, having something to do with something done with their feet. So that could be like a manicure, pedicure, right? Where, they soak your feet first before they start trimming up your nails. So that could be what I'm seeing here. That's just something simple, and it's not something to worry about. But being a major arcana, this Temperance card always restores peace. This could be a week for Leo to pull back their energies just to focus on their own selves, nourishing themselves, replenishing themselves, loving themselves, maybe spending some time outdoors, enjoying Mother Nature and God's beauty. Temperance also too represents all relationships. Following Temperance here, and on top of that, well, you're drawing a lot of signs here. Wow. Now you have Virgo. So Virgo is birthday energies, August 23rd to September 22nd. Good traits of Virgo is artistic, kind, observant, very faithful, modest, analytical, charming, and clean. The bad traits of Virgo is ruminative, critical, uptight, picky, people-pleasing, and irritable. Compatibility is Taurus, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All right. Next up here for you, Leo, we have Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is paying attention to your intuition, right? There may be many options for you to pick and choose from this week, making sure that you're trusting yourself to always pick and choose what's going to best resonate for you moving forward. Seven of Cups also too drawn in your spread that you could already be receiving that energy from those people that are near and dear to you, right? On top of the Seven of Cups here for you, we have decay. Oh, okay. So I'm reading for a Leo who may possibly have to deal with, or is dealing with, some sort of bad dental hygiene, a broken tooth or teeth, tooth decay, maybe dealing with an abscess, maybe dealing with crooked teeth, maybe dealing with plaque buildup, gingivitis, or halitosis, which is bad breath. Hopefully that's not the case. Anyway, there you go. Up next here for you, Leo, we have Three of Wands. Three of Wands means that there's positive energy that you're moving towards, or it's moving towards you. Some of you may be traveling this week, and if you are, you're going to be safe to and from. Again, with the Three of Wands, it's my green light card, so things start to pick up. It could be a relationship, it could be a project. I also assign long distance love affair and romance with the Three of Wands. On top of the Three of Wands, we have Generation X. Generation X involves people who were born between 1965 to 1980. Just here, says here, generation, age group, time period, culture, societal norms, beliefs, family dynamics, styles, music activities. Last card here for you, Leo. We have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups, of course, the chalice. It's always representative of an offering of some type. So it could be a job offer. It also could be a birth of a child, and also pregnancy news surrounding you. The Page of Cups also has the ability to bring together and form platonic relationships as well as romantic partnerships. And then also, too, it could be a Leo that I'm reading for with all these signs showing up here who may have entered into a relationship that is still fresh, still new. I always call it less than 30 days old. On top of the Page of Cups here for you, Leo, we have Free Spirit. Free Spirit was drawn for Sagittarius, and I just said that, you know, reading Sagittarius is a zodiac sign, they're free-spirited, but you could also be seen as free-spirited as well. So it's a person who thinks and acts in an uninhibited way without worry about normal social rules. They're nonconformists, follows the soul. Okay, free spirit. That's what it means. So I'm reading for some Leos who are free-spirited. And there you go. All right, so this is what I have for you, Leo, this week. Remember, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Wanted to try something new. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back here to get more of these messages for me. But before you go, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Have a happy and safe Halloween this week, and I'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.